Dan Long, founder of Northern View Outdoors, and I'm here today with Tim Decker with D3 Game Calls. He was kind enough to join us over here at the Big Buck Rendezvous, and I want to thank you for joining us, Tim. And you're going to talk to us today about some predator calls.
Thanks, Dan. Yes, it's my pleasure. I'd like to talk about different types of predator calls. I offer two closed reed calls, and why we call it a closed reed call is that the reed is embedded inside the barrel of the call itself. I offer two. This would be the nightstick. This is obviously a pink version, but the primary color is black. And I also offer what's called the predator stick. So the predator stick is made out of an arrow shaft, and we can offer various sounds through this call. It just depends on how hard you blow into the call and what sounds you make as you're blowing into the call. For example, with the predator stick, you want to grasp the call between your thumb and forefinger, and to do a rabbit distress, you would simply say wah, wah, wah through the call. And to make it more realistic, you would quiver your voice, and again, to offer more realism. So that sounds something like this. Okay, that would be your rabbit distress, cottontail, by the way. And I tune my closed reed calls to have a more of a raspy sound. That's just the way I like them, and I feel that calls more animals in with that raspy sound. Some other sounds you can do with that, you can do a fawn bleat, which is good for you know, in the springtime of the year for coyotes. And it sounds something like this. Okay, that's a real simple call to use and to make. You're just saying wah into the call, and you're going from a lower volume, ramping it up a little bit, and come back down. Also, you can do some more difficult sounds, such as a chicken distress, and that would sound something like this. And that would be, again, one of the more difficult sounds. And for that sound, you have to sort of say tick, 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 tick-ah through the call, and vary your different strengths blowing air through the call. Also, we can do some squirrel barks or distress. Okay, some real simple calls to do. Again, you're cutting the air off with your tongue, and then you're just sort of saying wah to draw out the end. You can also do a groundhog distress, and that's for that call or sound. You want to plug the end of the call up so nothing comes out. Blowing very hard, you're going to just slightly release your finger so that you can get almost like a whistle, a very high-pitched whine. That would be your groundhog distress. Now on the nightstick, we have the sound ports all on the sides. Nothing comes out the end. So when you manipulate the sound on this call, you want to use your hands over the holes. And as you open and close the sound ports, it makes it sound a little bit more realistic. Again, the same sounds. But with the nightstick, you also have a coaxer call on the end, which you can do for your close-in calling, your mouse squeaks, your bird distress, and that sounds something like this. Okay, and again, rabbit distress on the nightstick. Okay, two very versatile calls, and I think you'd be very pleased with either one of these calls, and they're priced especially for the hunter. Okay, now other than the closed reed call, we also offer an open reed call and a bite style call. Now these offer various tones. The open reed calls are very versatile. They rarely, if ever, freeze up. But the only con to that is that they are hard to learn. You have to be able to use your teeth and lips at various pressure points and blow different strengths of air pressure through the channel to achieve that desired sound. But once you do master the open reed call, it's probably one of the best calls you can use. The open reed call that we offer is called the Critter Kazoo, and but it's primarily used for coyote calling, and it's very good at Coyote Barks. And again, that would sound something like this. All I'm doing is placing my lips or teeth all the way in to the furthest point on the reed and sort of saying pa, pa, and lifting my teeth or lips up off the reed as I do so. Get a very sharp burst of air. And then once you learn the basic barks, you can combine them with howls. Howls are a little bit harder to learn simply because you have to slide your lips or teeth back to about the midway point on the reed, and again varying pressure on the reed. And that would sound something like this. Can you hold up for me, Dan? Sure. Okay, so that would be type of howl. You know, there's various howls. The best thing to do is to learn what howls mean what. There's challenge howls, inquisitive howls, just simple, you know, lone howls and where are you type howls. All these howls are done at different times of the years and sometimes in conjunction with other calls. Also, with the Critter Kazoo, you can do a good Coyote or pup distress. And again, for that, you want to put your lips all the way to the end of the reed, and as you blow, you're going to shake the reed a little, or shake the call a little bit, and then slide the reed about halfway out of your mouth. And that sounds something like this. Another very good call all year round. Also, we have the our newest call is a bite style type reed, and what this is actually, it is a cow elk call, but I use it for rabbit distress because it makes a very high pitch rabbit whine, so to speak, and fox really like this a lot. And the more pressure you bite down on the reed, the higher the pitch. As you let up, it gets a little bit more raspy, so I would use this call in this manner. Again, I like that because it's a higher pitch sound, and a lot of predators like that high frenzied pitch. That concludes our demo, and would like to encourage everyone to visit our website at www.d3gamecalls.com. We have our full arrangement of calls. We also offer turkey call, box calls, and deer calls for those that might like those type of calls and that style of hunting. We also offer custom calls on our website. If you're interested in ordering a custom call, please contact me via email. That email address is also on the website, and we can discuss the specifics of what type of call and what style wood that you would be interested in. So Dan, I'd like to thank you for inviting us out here to the Ohio Big Buck Extravaganza, and
oh yeah,
it's my pleasure.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of fun out here for this whole weekend, and hopefully we'll hopefully be back out here sometime soon. The next time they have it out here.
Yes.